you know, less dashers and stuff like that. So anyways, there's that. Can I put you down for a minute, little princess? Can I put you down for a minute? Oh, she's so pretty. I don't know if she's gonna bark if I do this, but I'm going to put her down, I think. Okay. Can I have some hands free for a minute? Okay, come here. Come here. Anyways, guys, so what's been going on with everyone? Thank you for people who've been watching my videos. There's a couple new subscribers. I really appreciate that. You'll find out from this channel, I started off talking about narcissistic abuse, and I'm still getting over that. Trying to, I guess. I don't know. I say I guess because like I've canceled the last 3 counseling appointments I've scheduled because I just don't know if I can even talk about the things that have happened. And if it's gonna like set me back. I don't know if it's better right now to just forget about it. That's kind of what I've been like feeling lately. Just, should I just forget about this whole thing and just let time pass and just forget it, you know? Or do I open up the floodgates and start going over all this crap with somebody and hope somehow it makes it better? I don't know if it'll ever feel better. I feel like it's only going to make, maybe in my mind, me feel like I'm doing what everyone tells you to do, you know, to get counseling. And maybe that's just like putting it behind me, like a, I don't know, how do you, like a segue, like into growth, that like if I do this thing, you know, then this thing will mean that like I'm all better now and I can just move on with my life. But I really don't know if it's gonna help. I guess I'm telling myself to just seriously make a damn appointment before nobody is going to see me in town because I keep canceling appointments, and just try it, right? Just, I have tried it before, but I wasn't really out of it. Now I'm really out of it, you know, of the relationship, that is. Anywho, so there's that. Still working on trying to not drink. It's only been like once a week that I do it, but still trying to not do that. I'm glad that like after all these years, I've got it down to 1 day a week, but it's still like always like a bottle of wine and a half, you know. I can drink a lot. So I'm trying to quit, still trying to quit. And I have to just like, I don't want to do AA. I've talked about this before. I've done it before. I just haven't stuck with it. You know, it's not for everyone. There's been other people who have had success and they've done it, you know, without it. But I just like really have to be honest with myself, you know, like super honest, which is tough because when you've just been a person that's kind of turned to it for such a long time, for you to just like decide to quit, you know, it's a big life change. It's, I don't know. I just have to realize I've been through too much in my life. It's not something that I can do. I'm not going to be like that normal person that just like has a drink. I'm never going to be that person. I'm always going to take it like to the edge because of my depression and stuff like that. Ooh, trying different lights. Ooh, I like that one better. I have this cool bar on my, this light bar. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like adjustable and yeah. So as you guys know, I live at my parents' house. This is my desk in the front room, and I'm recording here for like the first time in, I don't know, forever. I don't think there's any other videos that are like not just in my car, but my mom is out of town till tomorrow and my stepdad's working. So it's so nice to just like not be in my car and actually sit here. And, you know, honestly, again, I'm thankful they're letting me live here, but to just have the house to myself, it feels so good. This never happens. I mean, ever. Like, someone's always home because my mom's retired. So it's like, impossible. Like, I have the heat turned down right now and it's like just comfortable, and it, you know, I'm walking around in my pajamas, and I'm gonna make some breakfast here in a minute. It's like, it's super early, 7:30. I'm never up at this hour, you guys. I'm a night owl, but I'm trying to like change and turn over a new leaf. So all these weird like sleeping schedules I've been doing, because I've been trying to like dash at different times, it's like helping me in a way, because I'm trying to get myself back like on schedule. But when I do that, like I end up just like sleeping too much, and then I'm like waking up at like 5 in the morning. Like yesterday I was up at 5, but I'm like, okay, this is like what adults do, right? They get up at like 5, 6, 7 o'clock. I'm like, if I could just do this every day, I don't know, like I just get so much more accomplished and I have more time for myself, versus like staying up all night and then you know, not getting up till like way later and just like wasting my time and wasting my day. And I mean, I guess most of you guys out there probably get that, but like I've been a night out my whole life. And so I feel like I just want to be like more like an adult or something, and like try to get up like everyone else and feel like I'm being an adult, because I've got shit about it like my whole life. However, they say night owls, you know, that's our circadian rhythm, and there's a lot of good things that are, you know, to be said about night owls. We're not lazy people. It's just we're just different people. Anyways, what else, guys? Oh, this is big. So because I'm actually getting up in the morning and having some quiet time, I'm taking the time to do some stuff, at least these last few days. We'll see how it is. It should be quiet in the mornings when my mom comes home. If I continue to get up this early, it's usually pretty quiet. And I can focus on doing some stuff on the computer. Shopify, I've kind of like put that on the back burner. I need to decide, am I going to do this thing or not? And I'll tell you why in a second. To like start this like little nail business. Before, I told you guys I was thinking about doing like some jewelry, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work out. But the nails, it could. But like getting up is one of the things, the problems I have. I sleep too much. So even though I'm on this medication for depression and anxiety, like I have to not just be sleeping and going to work, you know? And like only one of those days I might say, okay, I have an excuse because I drank last night and I'm just gonna sleep. But like still, it doesn't matter. Like there's 6 other days of the week and I'm just like literally wasting my life. Like I know it's because I've been in a depression. I know that like the medication can only take me so far. But I really need to feel like I have a future, and doing this on the side is helpful. But at the same time, I like realize like I'm not going to become some multimillionaire making like press on nails, which is, I mean, I enjoy that. It's like a creative thing. It's fun. I've done it before, you know? And I think it's good. It's nice to have something you can make a little extra income and do something creative. But like, I realized, you know, I guess my motivation has stopped with it a bit because for a minute I was getting overwhelmed. So I had to like build the website and then like chunk down certain things that I need to learn. I have like a list, that's why I keep looking over, of things that I need to like check out. And they're not as bad as they seem. And then I'll shift from like when I actually have time and I'm up and I'm functioning to like deciding, do I want to spend time on that? Or do I want to like work on learning how to edit videos on YouTube, which I could probably do a lot faster. And so then I just like get a lot of ideas. I get like overwhelmed because then I have too many ideas. Probably part of my anxiety. So I'm trying to like chunk it down into like doing one thing at a time and like not getting overwhelmed. I tell myself that. Yeah, I don't know. I see my doctor today in like 2 hours. So I will talk with her about that. Yeah. Yeah, I think think that it's a problem I can solve. So one thing I've been missing out, I've noticed, is exercise. Like, I'm usually walking a lot, but when I slip down into these days of depression, and again, that's why it doesn't help me to drink, it's like I just go down for like 2 days. I just go down for 2 days, and I just don't come out of my room. I sleep, and I just try to just shut everything off. That part, I feel like that doesn't happen. I don't know. Like, sometimes I feel like that happens if it doesn't matter if I drink or not. Like, because I just will shut down. I don't know. Like, I just feel overwhelmed. Excuse me. I think, like, something, okay, here's what's been on my mind lately. This is like the I don't know, the new thing, the new idea. I have been thinking, like, you know, gosh, I come on YouTube, or like I'm talking to my family, and I'm always having like these new ideas. Like, I should start a business, or, you know, I can work on YouTube, or this and that and the other. And I'm like, okay, the reason I'm feeling this way is, well, for one, I'm trying to find myself again, like after this relationship, and I was working like 60 hours a week. Like, that was my entire life, working all the time, and then like dealing with this like terrible fucking person. And that was my entire life. And I'm so thankful I got out of it. Like, I'm so thankful I got out of it. Like, I try to remind myself, like, the days when I romanticize something that was good, and like how horrible things actually were. And then like my stomach will turn, and then I like remember like how thankful that I am to be out of that. And you know, life is hard right now. Life's hard for like a lot of people. Everything is so expensive. The job market sucks. And I just try to tell myself, okay, like, if you can just work on like not drinking, that's like the one thing that you want to really quit. And I don't vape anymore. I quit that, guys, like 7-8 days ago. Like, I was vaping for about a year. I don't normally smoke, but I quit. So it's like, okay, we got that, you know, we're on medication. We got that. All right. And I need to quit sleeping and get more exercise. I'm usually walking like at least every day, every other day, but I've been sleeping, so slacking off on that. And when I get more exercise, I feel so much better. And, my attitude's better, my anxiety goes down. So, you know, you got to do stuff other than just medication, right? Like, I can't just pop a pill, and I know that. I mean, I haven't for years. I've tried to deal with this shit for years on my own. So now, you know, just got to remember that. Like, today I'm going to go on a walk with my dog. Like, if I'm sleeping, I don't have time to do that. So I have to get up earlier. Excuse me. The other thing, I've been like talking in circles here like normal, is I'm going to go see a counselor today after my doctor's appointment to possibly go back to school. And so that has been really weighing on my mind, because I'm like, I have 100 questions. I have a bachelor's degree, but like, I have not been in school for a long time. Like, I graduated actually later than most people. I was like a working adult, and I put myself through school, and it took me forever to graduate. Like, it's a miracle. It was one of the most proudest days of my life. But it's been like 15 years since I've been in school, so I'm a little nervous. And that's another reason I just want to put drinking behind me, like past life, because I'm going to need like all my energy. You know, I'm 44 now. I'm going to need all my energy, all my time, all my brain power, everything. And I need to be like my best self moving into this situation. So I'm praying today when I go, I get some answers, because I have to figure out how to finance this. I don't want to borrow more student loans, but that's my only thing that I can do. I don't have the money to go back to school. Thank God it's a community college, and thank God I only have to go for 2 years. And I'm going to have to come out of pocket for some stuff. I'm going to have to hustle and save up this summer to probably take classes. It might be slow getting into the program before financial aid kicks in. I might have to get really creative with what I decide to do with my life as far as finding another job that pays a little more for a shorter period of time. It might not be something I want to do, but you know, maybe a couple dollars more an hour somewhere, and I'm not driving all the time, can help me reach my savings goal faster. Because I don't want to just like go and get news today and be like, okay, well, I just can't do it. Forget it. Because if that happens today, I'm like really running out of answers. Like, I don't know what else to do with my life right now. Like, just patience, time. It's been 2 years, but I'm just running out of patience. You know, that's why I'm trying all these things. Like, it's enough trying to get over this horrible fucking relationship that just killed me. But like, again, guys, you know, I told you from the beginning, you guys who've watched since the beginning, like, I lost everything. You know, and it's no wonder this asshole isn't around. Although at the same time, he would have taken like the last $10 I had to my name, because like I was still messing around with him, thinking we could make it work after I lost everything, because like he wasn't there to help me when I needed him, when I couldn't do everything anymore. You know, I always took care of everything. I paid for everything. You know, again, there was times he helped, but it was few and far between, and you know, I lost everything. So it wasn't just that relationship. It's just still me, you know, living at home with my parents, being thankful for that, but I'm not really getting ahead. I'm just spinning my wheels. And, you know, I'm trying to like figure out, okay, like how can I make my future more secure? Like, I've learned from this relationship, I don't want to date anyone for a very long time. I don't really feel bad about that. I don't even care about that at all right now. I'm not the person I used to be, jumping in from one relationship to another. I have changed. This one like really did it to me. Really did it to me. And I've just learned so much about myself. And so I'm like in serious mode right now, and I'm getting more into serious mode. I want to continue to, you know, make these changes in my life that like are going to propel me to level up, like to be a better version of myself. And, you know, I mean, I'm so tired of coming on here and like talking with you guys and be like, yeah, I'm still struggling with drinking. It's like, I'm so tired of hearing myself, you know, but I try to tell myself like how far I have come, because you know, I'm the only one who knows how far I've come, you know, like I know how far I've come. So, and I'm doing the best I can to a degree. I could be doing better. I could be trying harder, you know. I can have a defeatist attitude, you know, or I can have a attitude of I can and I will, you know. Like, you have to pull yourself out of it, and there's things that I can be doing. And, you know, I need to still try to do them. Like, I've fallen down from saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And, you know, I haven't quit drinking. I haven't committed to counseling. Like, yeah, things are still going better. I'm on a medication, but, you know, I just need to continue to propel myself forward. And I think like having just hope that I can do something, you know, like have a future, like have a career. Like, I'm a pretty smart person, you know. I'm scared, I'm nervous, but I think any traditional student, any person is scared. Everyone talks about how nursing is so hard. Yeah, it's not a cakewalk, but like if you want something, I believe that I can do it. I believe that I can do it, and I can have better time management, you know. And so I have, my bills are getting better. Like, I'm not making a lot of money, but I don't have a lot of expenses. And my parents are okay. If I can get into the program, they're okay. They're going to help me, you know, be able to stay here and pay them rent, but like get through the program so that the rest of my life, you know, I'll be in my mid 40s, but the rest of my life will be set. I have 20 more years of work after this. which, you know, that's pretty significant. And I will be set for the rest of my life. You know, I'll be fine. And, you know, and that's what I want. I want that kind of security. And I want that kind of future, you know. Money isn't everything, but it's a scary world out there, you know. It's a scary world. But aside from that, it's for helping other people. Like, I was a CNA at one point in my life about, oh my gosh, eight years ago. I actually worked in the largest psychiatric hospital west of the Mississippi, and it's Western State Hospital. It's a huge psychiatric hospital. It's like got like almost 700, 800 beds, and I worked on all the different wards, and it was really, really, really fascinating. I was going back to school at that time. I thought I was going to go back to school to get my master's degree in counseling, but I got divorced. And so I decided, you know, I couldn't afford it. But now, like, I'm really leaning away from, we'll see, anything that has to do with psychiatric, whatever. It's at that point in time, because of my past, I had dealt with so many people who live with bipolar disorder. I felt like I have so much life experience, like that was a field I wanted to go into. But now, honestly, after dating Chris, and it's no disrespect to anyone who's living with bipolar disorder, but I just personally, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. I'd rather like work in geriatrics or like forensics or something completely different. Yeah, I can't handle it. It's so hard to see what people go through in their life, you know, when they have a mental illness. And, you know, I have depression and anxiety myself, although not bipolar. And it's heartbreaking to watch the things that people go through. And I just think I get too close to people who are suffering. And it can really affect me for sure, as an empath, for sure. So I don't think that's a good field for me to go into. But anyways, you guys, I'm getting there. I swear I'm getting there. And it's been nice to just be up in the morning. Like I said, I have like, it gives me self-esteem. Like I feel like I'm doing what I should be doing, or I guess what people expect of me. And I wouldn't worry about that so much if like I didn't live at home with my parents, but I don't think that they understand when I go down like for these 48 hours, you know, that like I'm not just sleeping, I'm not just like binge drinking in my room like in silence, like I'm like just sleeping. I'm literally just shutting down from the world. Like I just can't handle it. I can't deal with anything. I can't like handle my thoughts. I don't want to be awake. I'm overwhelmed. I wake up in the morning and it's like the first feelings I have are of like dread and death and anxiety, and that's like a terrible, you know, that's huge. Like, you know, when you're just like waking up and like you're not just like, oh, the day's starting, you're just like, oh my God, like, oh, what am I gonna do? You know, like my first thoughts are just this like rush of, oh shit, you know, another fucking day. Like, oh God, I don't know if I can do this anymore, you know, and I don't want to feel that way. I want to be thankful for life. I sit there and think of like how many people are like sick, you know, the people I think about like helping, like going to be a nurse, you know, praying that I can do this, that I can, number one, get in the program, and number two, you know, be successful with my dedication, you know, and my brain power, praying that, you know, I can do this and be proud of myself and have something that I like feel like more accomplished than I probably ever have in my whole entire life, even after going to school the first time, you know, but I didn't know what I wanted to do then. You know, I have a liberal arts degree. A lot of people make fun of that, but I'll be honest, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And there were only so many programs as an adult you could choose from. And I had no idea what I wanted to do, you know. And I took business courses as well. I wrote so many papers and read so much. And I almost had a 4.0 in college. Like I really hustled. I mean, I took like calc and stats, you know, other things to balance myself out, because I feel like people don't respect people with a liberal arts degree, but I literally just did not know what I wanted to do. And I loved learning the things I learned, but not everybody knows like, oh, I want to be a cop or a teacher or an accountant or something like that. Not everyone knows. And I think like what's cool about my timing in my life right now is, you know, I'll be 45 this May, but like I have to like remember like, okay, things haven't worked out like I wanted them to, you know, but life goes on. Like it has to go on. Like you have to have the courage to change. You have to have the courage to say, okay, like I need to put these things behind me. It's time for me to put these things behind me. And also to say, I have the courage in myself to know that I can do new things I haven't done before. Like you know, this is not it. This isn't the end of the road at 45. I'm not done living my life. Like there's more ahead of me. And I think like for so many people out there, you know, middle age, you like, if this is what a midlife crisis is, I guess I understand it, because it's like, what now? You know, you're looking back and you're just like, okay, all that, wow, that all happened. Like that wasn't exactly how I planned it, right? I don't think anyone, you know, some people, some lucky people, but you have to have the courage, you know, that you can still do things, that you can still change and grow and learn. And some of the best advice I ever got, and this is so true, I have a good friend, you know, I don't have a lot of friends, but I do have a good acquaintance, a good friend out there who's very, very accomplished. And he told me, you know, stay curious. And I believe that that's a huge motivating factor. You know, he's much older than me, in his mid 60s. And it's true. Like Mark Twain even said it. I forget the quote exactly, but you know, most men live till their 70s but die in their 40s or something. You guys might know it. And it's true, you know. It's not just about like, it's not just like having a positive attitude, but like it has to be like a real understanding, a deeper meaning of life, a positive attitude of realness, of courage, of taking on new adventures and new things that like you don't think you can do, leaping, you know, for like a goal that you don't know if you're going to make it. Like that's what being alive is, like not just curling up in a ball and just giving up and just like drifting through it, you know, not just spending money or, you know, yeah, vacations and stuff, traveling, that's a goal for sure, but you know, to be like able to just know that like you have life in you and to continue to do stuff and just live it, you know, not knowing what the outcome's going to be. Like there's beauty in that, you know, like even if I fail, I'm scared, but even if I fail, I know that I'm going to try, you know. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. Like I went through one of the worst times of my life, but I want to do something really big now. You know, I want to do something really big, and I want things to be different. And I want to do something meaningful. So you guys pray for me, okay? Pray even if I get bad news that there's going to be a way, there's going to be a way I can do this if I want it. You know, and that the road won't be forever, because my parents don't want me to be here forever. Okay, guys, that's everything I got. So God bless you all. Thanks for watching. If you like this and it's inspiring, you know, please tune in. Whatever news I get today, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, because if it doesn't happen like I want it to, or it's impossible, then I will move on to the next thing that I know is possible. And that's, you know, just getting out of this line of work that I've been in, that's not going to be stable. So it's going to be okay. I know that I'm going to be all right. I know I can do this. I know I can do this. Yeah. So, okay, guys, God bless you all. I will talk to you soon.